So if we look at very carefully at what's happening, I'm not moving my legs, I'm just moving the body weight. This hand is turning at that point, this is turning there. So they're slightly staggering in terms of the spin. This spin is happening there, this spin is happening there. So there. 1, 2, slightly staggered. And then what happens is that the feet move. So there's a lot happening in one particular go. But it all starts with essentially that turnover, which is what you need to know. That essentially, the hands are spinning in a staggered fashion for a reason. If Andrew is at all trained, will know to jab with the lead arm. And that's very dangerous for me. I want to try and go on the outside, not on the inside. And I want to try and, you can see, that's that first part of the movement. So I'm skimming. I can go straight, but that turn of the arm helps. And I can use both, evasion of the head, okay, and you notice what I've done is that I've moved that way. But I want to put some force into that, because I don't want to just go there. I want to already be moving there, so hence it moves that way, which seems counterintuitive, but I'm going on his outside and apply pressure. If I simply just go there, I'm moving my force off mine. So I'm actually going to turn in, but turn my body, but put pressure that way, which puts me in firing line for this, but I don't know exactly what's going to happen, which is why I have that. So that's why there's that turn there. 1, 2, and there again, I want my body weight to start traveling that way. And it doesn't travel that way until the end. So you'll see, that's actually what happens there when I do that turn. And then here, initially, and then there. So yes, I deliberately go that way, but when I've done that, of course it happens fast. Okay, again. Okay, faster. So, he's in range. I'm taking a bit of a risk. But you can see what happens from there. My punch comes straight over the top. It's closed, it's open hand in the form, but you can close it. There, good luck. Try with a partner. What we're going to do slowly. 1, 2, 1. Ignore the other hand. It's just 1, 2, 1, 2. You notice I'm using my body, I'm using my head, everything to make this. That's that other hand. That turn, I'm just using the arm really at this moment, but I would use my head as well. Because I don't want to take any chances. And you can see from there, the other arm coming through. So, punch the first arm. And I can be throwing technique. And this is the whole thing, that's why the arms are constantly moving. There's not a stop. That's why the hands, when they do the whole sequence, they are continuously moving. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My hands are 1, 2, 3. I can do. There's nothing stopping me using my hands. If we're just doing the strict form on one hand, 1, 2, there's your low hand coming through. You look at the high hand, can be a punch, can be a strike. So it's such a powerful move. What it is a fundamental. People often think that, we're doing a silly dance sequence. What we're really learning some fundamentals, punch with the other hand, of deflection using the body and arms and the whole movement together, offensively as well as, most importantly, defensively. What I really like is the footwork. Let's look at the form again. You notice that the first movement is inevitably this foot going out. And then, so that goes there, there. So it goes 1, 2, I'm using one arm, 1, 2. And it's so counterintuitive to go on the outside, start the movement with a step, because now I can transfer the weight. But the beauty is that I'm already planning to go to the outside. And I may be out of reach there, whatever, but that's not my goal. My goal here is to get out of the way. once I put pressure on him there, I am totally in range. So that's what I want. We move from this angle. So the body movement, one, now this part's useful. I'm bringing this, I'm doing a change of the feet. So I'm bringing the foot up to allow me for the next, yeah? So but basically just changing the feet around. And it gives me that opportunity. Yeah, so I've got that opportunity. And that's quite useful to learn the footwork. It gives you the option to move to the outside. It looks like you're not moving, you're going the wrong way. You're going that foot there. But the beauty is you're going to the outside and jam that hand across. And you've been able to control your partner. So cloud hands, it's called cloud hands because it's like cloud moving and all the rest, but it's also part of being able to dominate your opponent's arm movements that allow you to stop potential clinching, grabbing. You're in the striking range, which is the most dangerous. This toe-to-toe slugging is the most dangerous position to be in. That's 90% of civilian defense, this kind of thing. People then get into the clinch within a few seconds, but that's where the damage occurs. It's mostly once people clinch, other people stop them and so on. Yeah? What we want in civilian defense is to deal with that moment, that exchange. And we want to be able to, oh, okay, whoa, okay, gotcha. That's my interest. And this cloud hands lets you be like a cloud. Yeah, can you see that in every time, he met effectively no resistance. It was slipped. So it's a very slip. It may just slide. Punch hard. Yeah? Punch in. It's all like cloud. Punch. This is the other hand. So you've got both hands working. I'm limiting this just to one hand, but you can see both hands. And both hands can be striking as well as deflecting. Head movement is quite critical. It's really this. Notice how it's moving offline. So it's this whole thing, if you're fighting, you're moving, your head isn't going to be just here. So as soon as you have that, you know, your head's moving. And of course, I'm immediately countering, bang. Or, if I've got it wrong, because this isn't my ideal, he's going to hook over the top of it. But that's okay. Look at my body movement. That's why that covers it. Because, of course, it leaves me open. But of course, it's you know, I know what to follow with the next. So that head movement is intrinsic. And we could basically practice it in terms of 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, in terms of, you could just make it linear if you wish. And it all comes from this basic concept. It all has to do with the twisting of the arm and understanding how they coordinate and how they connect with your body movement and of course your head movement, which is implicit.